I just want to share with you, some of the qualities that Volta region, for that matter, whole has. But I think you should check it out. Hello, viewers. Welcome to another episode of Jezreel Talks, where we help African diasporans repatriate to Ghana with ease. Today, I want to tell you some of the good things about Volta region. I think I've been here for almost a year now, and it's just a blessing. And I just want to share with you, some of the qualities that Volta region, for that matter, whole has. But I think you should check it out. Ghana is beyond Accra. Ghana is not just Accra. Ghana is beyond Accra. Ghana is beyond Cape Coast. There are beautiful cities in Ghana that I think you should explore and find which one that best works for you. Because for me, I've stayed in Accra before. I've stayed in Takrady and a couple of places, but I love it here in Ho. And so let me give you a reason why I think you should visit Ho. Number one, Ho is very clean. Ho is clean. It's clean as compared to some of the cities that I have stayed in. And so that's one of the things that you're going to notice when you get to Ho. It's very, very clean. Number two, Ho has almost all of its streets paved. When I say almost, it's almost. I can't say all of it because some, of course, are still, dirt road. But there are major streets within the township itself. All of them are paved. So it makes movement smooth and fast. And so that you can't take it away from Ho. Another thing I will have to tell you about is that Ho has mountain views almost everywhere surrounding it. There is no place in Ho that you're going to be and then you cast your eyes and you're not going to see a mountain. The scenery is beautiful. Mountains almost everywhere. Now, one of the things that also makes me like Ho so much is that Ho has almost all the bureaucracy here. It has all the government offices here. So you think that, okay, me staying in Ho, I will have to probably go back to Accra to get certain things done. No, Ho has all the government, offices here. Talk about the passport office, talk about immigration office, talk about, how do you call it, the NIA in terms of you doing your Ghana card. Talk about, how do you call it, the GRA for taxes. You talk about lands commission. Almost all the institutions, I can't even mention all. Ho has it here. And so it makes movement super smooth. You can get everything done here without have to going back to Accra, unless maybe you want certain services. But other than that, you should be good. You should be good. And Ho is surrounded by greenery. And so it makes the air here in Ho very quality and it feels so good. It's tagged the oxygen city, not because it's just, it is real. The quality of air here is so, so, so good. Of course, I wouldn't say there are no pollutions. There are, but then it's limited. There is no much pollutions, in Ho. And so it makes the air very quality if you're that type that struggle to, live in a very polluted environment. People like asthmatic patients and all that who struggle to breathe, especially in the dusty zones and other people who have allergies and stuff. I think Ho will be very good for you because the air here is of top-notch quality, and that is why they call it the oxygen city. Right. I feel like if I want to say a lot of things, like I'll go on and on. The list is just tall and tall and tall. Ho also has some of the good hotels. Some of the good hotels. So if you're looking to get away from the hustle and bustle from Accra, Ho is a nice place. It has some beautiful hotels, ranges from Chances to Volta Serene to Sky Plus to Villandro. Like the list goes on and on and on. Like these are nice hotels in a very nice environment and gives you some of the best views you can ever imagine. And so yes, Ho has that. The list goes on and on, like I said. And then Ho has a slower pace, That's one thing you really notice when you get to Ho. It's like no one is in a rush to nowhere. Like no one is rushing to nowhere. Everybody is calm. Everybody is collective. The city itself is calm. There is no rushing. There is no even general rush hour moments where people have closed from work and they're it's still calm. It's not as compared to anywhere, close to Accra or any of the big cities. It's very calm. And Ho has one of the best markets where you can get almost every food stuff you're looking for. unless maybe you are looking for imported, foodstuffs. But as far as local foodstuffs that are here, you can get access to almost everyone at relatively cheaper price as compared to the ones in Accra, and as fresh as possible, because some of them, there are a lot of farming happening around. So right from the farm, it comes straight to the market. It doesn't have to go through several days of transportation before it gets to the final consumer, which is you. Sometimes it's fresh from the market, like fresh from the farm. It comes straight to the market, and so these are some of the reasons why I think you should visit home. And aside that, probably think of purchasing land and building your home here, because it's priceless. For me, I think because of the oxygen quality, if you're health conscious, I think that should be like a top priority for you. There are other fun activities that is here in Ho and close by. I visited the Adaklu Mountain and I really loved it. It was a beautiful scene, and there is actually a video of that coming up, so check out for that. But there are other waterfalls and other, tourist attractions that are close by Ho, some within 30 to 1 hour drive, that you can actually entertain yourself with as well. Just come here, visit, explore, have fun, and live a quality life with quality air with a slower pace at a cheaper price. So this is why I think you should look beyond Accra and visit the Volta region. And I think Volta region itself have some kind of cities that are also, similar to Ho. I think I've heard of Hohoe. I've never been there before. I've heard of Sugakope. I've crossed it. I've never lived there before. But in that zone also has the beautiful beaches, resorts, and other stuff. And so Volta region should be on your list anytime you visit Ghana. And make sure you check all these things that I've given you, all this checklist, and make sure that you confirm them for yourself. And voila, you're going to choose Volta region, as your place of stay.
So, Moses, what about the language barrier? Would that be an issue if you come to Ho or to Volta?
I think language barrier itself, it's once you're moving from one continent to a different continent, there are going to be language barrier. However, there are universal languages, like the English, like the French. Here in Ghana, I think English is, our official language. And so 9 out of 10, you have people speaking more English than French. Yes, Volta region, they speak, or here in Ho, they speak mainly Ewe and English. But to your surprise, Voltarians really love school. So most of them are super educated. And so if you know how to speak English, you wouldn't have yourself, you wouldn't find any challenge. It would be easy for you to maneuver and have your way, have your being, and live here in Ho. So a lot of people here speaks English. Anyone, don't even think, oh, he's old, or that's grandpa or grandma. You'd be shocked the kind of English sentences that will be coming out from them. And so yes, I don't think it's a challenge. Once you speak English, you are good. All right, if you are new to this channel, make sure you subscribe and press on that notification button to get notified anytime we post content like this. Put in your comment section, maybe you have visited Ho, you have other things to say about Ho that I didn't mention. You can go ahead and put them into the comment section. And don't keep this video to yourself. Share so that other people can also see and know the good things that Volta has to offer. All right, until we meet again, bye-bye.